And as I said, we're not genetically determined, that the physiology of the cell is controlled by our perceptions of the world. And then I said, but there are two minds that are operating here, the conscious one, which is really like the spirit involving with our experiences, a spirit like putting the hands on the wheel and using our life experiences to learn how to drive the car. So there's some sense of when we're really dealing in consciousness, we're driving the vehicle ourselves. Yet 85% of our functions and activities are essentially carried out by the subconscious mind. And the significance about that is we don't observe that when it's happening. And that subconscious mind is not even programmed by us. It's actually programmed by the people who taught us our early life experiences from before birth through the first 6 years. The conflicts that arise in our lives are, our consciousness may be looking for health, happiness, love, prosperity. But our subconscious, which is programmed by somebody else and operating our system most of the time, might have been programmed with the kinds of things you hear parents yelling at kids in a supermarket, like, you stupid kid, or you don't deserve things. Well, what the book goes into, a very important emphasis, and you can also download an article about this, a free article on the web about conscious parenting, is that when we talk to a child less than 6 years of age, the brain is designed, the child's brain is not functioning in the EEG range of active consciousness. It's actually in lower activity, which is called the hypnagogic state. Mm-hmm. And the reason why this is important is the child has to learn all the rules to fit into society, doesn't have enough conscious experience to contribute to those rules. And so the brain EEG activity doesn't even express consciousness as a predominant form until after 6. Which means the first 6 years of a child's life, they're essentially in a hypnotic trance. And when a child is told, like by a harried parent, like, you are stupid, you don't deserve something. You see that at the store when the kid wants something, they start screaming, and the parent says, you don't deserve it. We have to recognize the child at that level doesn't have the consciousness to figure out that the mother is saying that because she's in a hurry and things are late and all this kind of stuff. The child's just downloading, I don't deserve things. Well, when now you're 20, 30, 40 years of age, 85% of your behavior, when you're not looking at it, is conforming to the belief that you don't deserve things if that's what you were told. And as a result, then you will sabotage yourself without even seeing it. And now we're older, and we're trying to become successful, and yet 85% of our behavior, and it's behavior we don't even observe, is coming from these tapes. And why that's important is if you can catch the tapes, if you can catch the thoughts that go through your head while you're parked at the stoplight, and you hear them, psychologists tell us 70% or more of those thoughts are negative and redundant. And the significance is the more negative and the more times you repeat them, the more, when you're not paying attention, that is the behavior you're expressing. Meaning, we're not being limited by the environment and the universe. The universe will give you anything. The fight that we have is between the conscious mind, which has a desire to become successful, and a subconscious mind that was programmed by other people. Especially, we look at everything genetic, so they're trying to find out where's the gene for criminality and the gene for all these things, or, what makes a psychopath killer, what gene. And
Hitler didn't start off bad as a little boy, I don't think. I think
that there were lots of reports of family problems when he was growing up.
Family problems?
Yes. And remember, I said, when you're a youngster, you're just downloading the beliefs. That's why kids grow up to be almost like their parents. And a lot of people, when they're told, oh, you're just like your mom or your dad, and they take it almost like an offense, like, what do you mean? Because they can't even see that automatic behavior when it plays that it's playing a tape of their parents. Where conventional science is actually, as I said, is put us against the wall. It's not, health isn't any better with all the stuff we know. That people are moving away from that and moving into this bigger domain of consciousness, spirit, community, wholeness. And I think attitudes change. The money follows the people. And that's why the medical industry is a little concerned, because of alternative practices have taken about half their business. And so at first they said, those are all quacks and don't pay attention to them. But of course, a lot of people got well and a lot of people get better through this. So now they've changed tack, and now they're sort of like saying, well, we're trying to bring these into our hospital. As everybody has to take time out
to take care of one another and think of somebody else before yourself,
and we'll have all the answers you've ever wanted because there will be no more questions.
What do you think of that, Bruce?
Well, that was just the kind of thing I was talking about. What you said is the nature of community. And that's what evolution was all about. And that's the failing point that we experience in our world today, especially here in the States, is the loss of community, which really was characteristic of the States, 50 years ago, where you could feel that you knew people and you could feel safe in a community. And now that's even broken down that we don't even have community within family anymore. That's a de-evolution in a sense. And you're right that we really have to come back together to respect one another, know who we are in the process, and also recognize that the other people are just extensions of who we are as well. The book is The Biology of Belief, and it's, as I said, it's easy to read and even fun. You'll even laugh, and that's different for science. And in addition to that, there's an offer on the website, and I think if you write offer@brucelipton.com, you get information to get that special chapter from Healing Our Planet, Healing Ourselves. And I think it would bring a lot of hope when you read it, because you can see we can collectively create what we were destined to provide, a garden on this planet.
Good job.